Hey, welcome to the global economy. I'm your instructor. My name is Brian Evans, and I thought I would just run through some of the key points in the syllabus. Um, Once again, it's over there, maybe over there. I have an introductory note. Anyways, please read the syllabus carefully. And here are some key points. One is that, yeah, I recommend highly having had macro, and ideally macro and micro, prior to taking this class. They're not strict prerequisites, but if you haven't had those, you're liable to fall behind and you probably won't get as much out of it. So it's up to you, of course. But if you have not had those, I would suggest taking those first and then coming back to take this class. The textbook, it's hard to find a good textbook for this class because it's the textbooks that are out there are for international economics mostly, and that's a little bit too theoretical. I want to keep this class real world. And so I think the best option is I've tried to write some extensive modules, and we'll just use a macroeconomics book a little bit. The one I've chosen is by David Colander. You can use the 7th edition, which looks like this, or the 8th edition, or the 9th edition. Please go online and hopefully you can find one very cheap and order that quickly so it comes. If you are close to Foothill College, we've got tons of the 7th edition available in the library. So you can use that too. You can check those out. The other book we're going to use is a very short book. It's called The Choice by Russ Roberts, and it really is just you could read this in just maybe one night or maybe a couple nights. You'll be tested on that. We're reading that in the first half of the course, so I think on quiz 2, and then again on the final exam. All right. Another important point is that this Friday, where's that note here? Let's go in the order we have here. Hey, we're not. Here we go. Okay, there are lots of videos. So obviously, in an online class, you're not coming to lecture. So that's important, though. Seeing someone explain things, draw graphs on the board. So I have already embedded lots of videos, not of me necessarily, because there are better videos than I could do already available. So for the most part, I've found those and curated a nice set of videos to help out. And you can, obviously, there's nothing that says you are limited to my modules in the book and the videos I've chosen, so explore the internet. You can probably find some other excellent videos and share them with the class if you find some. There are going to be 4 quizzes, and okay, here's a very important point. The final exam is in person at Foothill College on Wednesday the 14th of December at 3:30 p.m. in room 3202. You can also find a proctor if you are not local, and here are the directions for that. So basically it's got to be someone at an educational institute that I can verify independently. No, you can't use your brother or your mother or your friend. There's a bunch of homework sets. Again, you can read that. It's pretty self-explanatory. There is one important thing here, and that is that there's a syllabus quiz that is due the first Friday. And if you do not take that quiz, you will be dropped. Okay? So don't wait until Friday night at 10 o'clock to do it. This goes for all your homeworks and even the quizzes. Don't wait till the last second. Nothing says you have to do that. You can do it right now. So go ahead. The final exam, the proctored final exam, is comprehensive. You must get 45% or higher on the final to pass the class. Not normally a problem, but it can be a problem for students that maybe haven't been learning too much. Yeah, so this is all just standard stuff. Extra credit. I do give lots of bonus points to those students who effectively use the online discussion forum. And that simply means you're involved, you're engaged, you're asking questions, you're helping out your classmates, you're maybe finding stuff in the newspapers that applies to the class. You are, of course, respectful of others. If you can do that consistently, you can bump your grade up full grade. So many students don't engage and they don't get the bonus points, and those are really easy points. All I ask again is you are engaged in the class. It'll clearly make the class more fun and interesting too if we get a lot of people talking about stuff. So I encourage you to start that quickly. Let's see what else is on here that's super important. And nothing. You get the drop one quiz. Yeah, a lot of emphasis on, online courses are actually harder than face-to-face courses. That's definitely true here. Because we don't meet, it's really easy to just kind of slack off. So you have to guard against that. Since there are 3 versions of the textbook that I've made available, I give you 3 study guides or course outlines based on the 3 editions. So just choose the one that is appropriate for you, 8th edition, 9th edition, and go with that one. Okay, last thing is that the last 2 pages of the syllabus contain some graphs that we will use for the first 2 quizzes. So the first one here, figure T1A, actually that's used for the second quiz, so you do not need that until the second quiz. And the next one here, a couple I guess, those are used in the first quiz. So prior to taking the first quiz, and I will prompt you at that time too, be sure to print those out. On the homeworks in general, you are encouraged to help each other out. So those are a good chance to discuss the material. The homeworks are hard on purpose. That's where you're really learning the material. So don't be shy. Ask questions you're not supposed to know. And I and your classmates are here to help. All right. I'll see you in class. Bye-bye.